A lot of people are doing clearing up at this time of year, and your makeup bag's one of those things that you need to get rid of stuff. But when do you get rid of things? We're going to go through that now.
To make your life a lot easier, I always say to do it at the top of the year in January. So it's more of like a time marker, so that we have a point of reference later on the year when you get lost and you're like, when did I buy this? At least you know you cleaned out your makeup bag and bought new stuff in January.
That makes sense, yeah.
So before we start chucking things out, okay, let's figure out when the products were made, okay? So I'm going to teach you the batch code, okay?
Batch codes.
Batch codes is what tells you when the product was made. So I'm going to teach you how to decode it.
Okay.
But the decoding system that I'm going to teach you is owned, it's only for companies that are owned by Estee Lauder.
And they own a lot of companies.
They own a lot of companies. So they own a lot of companies like Clinique, MAC Cosmetics, Smashbox, Bobbi Brown. There's a whole bunch of them. So if you just Google it, you'll be able to see a whole list of makeup companies. They're the ones who do this batching code system.
Okay, cool. So how do we read it?
Okay, well, they're usually on the bottom of the products.
So take a look at that. And
so
you
a
will
batch
get a
code is going to look like this.
Batch code right there.
Yes, that's a batch code.
There we go.
B75, that's a batch code.
Okay, yeah, I wouldn't know what that was.
Okay, well, I'm going to teach you how to decode it right now.
All right. Show me. What do I do?
So batch code looks something like this, okay? So it's 3 characters.
Okay.
The first one's always a letter, and it's pertaining to the batch number, okay? So it's pretty simple. 1 would be A, 2 is B, C is 3. It means the batch number. It just means the group of products that the company manufactured it in. It's relatively irrelevant to us as consumers. It's more for the manufacturers.
So this is the A group.
So that's the A group. That's all we know. Just so you know what it means, right? This is more important to us. The middle character, it's usually a number, but sometimes it's a letter, and it's the month the product was made.
So it was made in January.
Ah, you're smart. So 1 would be January, 2 is February, 3 is March, and then when we get to the 10th month, which is October, it turns to an A.
Now that's getting silly.
No, well, that's what they do.
Okay.
October is A, November is B, and December is C. So I'm going to say that again. It's 1, 2, 3, January, February, March onward till you get to the 10th month. October is A, November is B, December is C.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like there's going to be a test.
There is going to be a test. And then the 3 is the last one. So it's the last digit of the year the product was made. Okay.
Okay.
So if it's a 0, it means it's 2010. Exactly. The 1 would be 2011. 2 is 2012. That's 2013.
So this is January 2013.
That's correct.
So if it's January 2013, and depending on what it is, you might have to chuck it.
Right.
Because we're in January 2016, right?
So this one, for example, would be the second batch.
Right.
The month is September. 2014.
Right.
Okay, so I want you to decode this one.
Oh God, my head's starting to hurt. Okay. This is the batch. It's in the E group.
Which would be number 5.
And it's an A, which is October.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's 2015.
Exactly. So this product would have been made in October 2015. October 2015. Okay. So now you know how to decode things.
Got it.
So we figured out when the product is made. So now we have to figure out how long it's good for once you've opened it. Okay. So you're going to be looking for an expiry logo that looks like this.
This one makes sense to me because I figured that means this will last for 6 months.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
All right. So the M means a month. The number beside it is the number of months, and the lid being open pertains to once you've opened the product. Okay.
Right.
So once you've decoded something, let's pretend you decoded something and you realize it was made in 2013.
Yes.
But then you see on the expiry logo it says 12 months or 24 months even. You know it's now 2016. It's expired.
You gotta check it.
You gotta check it. So that's how you learn.
Okay.
If you don't have codes and you have no idea what you're doing, this is just a general idea I'm going to teach you on when to get rid of things.
That's good. That's good knowledge right there. I had no idea.
Okay, so skincare.
Yeah.
Skincare you have up until 1 to 2 years for skincare.
Okay, that's
You don't want to go past 2 years because then it stops working. Okay, it's going to start irritating your skin as opposed to soothing your skin. Exactly. So it's probably going to start smelling funny too. So just chuck it after 2 years, no longer than 2 years.
Yeah, don't put it on your face if it smells funny.
Well, people do.
Yeah, I know.
People do.
Because some of the things you pay a lot of money for, and then people hesitate to throw it out.
But it's not worth it. It's not worth it for your skin.
All right.
Concealers and foundations.
Yep.
You have up until 6 to 12 months.
Okay.
So a good way, everybody's like, uh-oh.
So that foundation I bought in the last year of high school, I got to get rid of it.
Yes, you and my mom. My mom does the same thing.
It's like it's good forever.
No, it's not good forever.
Okay.
So think about it. Like, again, if you buy something in January, right, a good reference for foundation is just get a new one in the summer, in June or July, right? And plus, we all get darker in the summertime. And yes, that means me too.
You
I do.
too,
I get
yes.
darker too.
We all do.
We all do.
We all get lighter, we all get
shouldn't
darker.
be carrying that winter color into the summer anyway. So just chuck it, get rid of it, get a new one in the summer.
Okay, makes sense.
So mascara,
I
this
imagine,
one's a trickier one.
because these get really, when they go off, they really go off.
These need to be replaced a lot more, and it's 2 to 3 months.
Oh, no.
Right. So I have a trick.
Yeah.
I call it the mascara 3. Okay. So think about it. You have to replace it every 3 months. So if you do exactly what I said and buy a new one in January, you know you don't have to get another one till April, then July, then October.
Right.
Okay. So if some time through the year you kind of get confused, when did I get this? Well, I don't remember. Reference back to January and start counting the months.
Right.
Then you're going to be able to get yourself back in order. Or think about it this way: when the seasons change, get a new one. January's for winter, April's for spring, July's for summer, and October's for fall.
For fall.
Okay?
Yeah, smart.
All right, I know I'm smart,
Yeah,
right?
you are. You're smart. Okay,
For lipsticks, how long do you think you have for lipsticks?
I think you have forever.
Well, that's wrong.
Because I have lipsticks that are so old and they're still working.
And do they smell right?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I hate to break
Maybe
it
a little
to
bit on the
you,
oily side.
but
I don't know.
lipsticks, you only have 2 years.
2 years.
Okay? And toss them
Come
after 2
on,
years.
you guys have had lipsticks for longer than 2
But
years.
you
Just fess
shouldn't.
up.
But you shouldn't.
I know you shouldn't.
I'm even guilty of it, but you shouldn't have it for. And then it starts to smell funny. The texture gets gummy.
The texture's weird.
It gets weird. So if it's getting weird, stop putting it on your lips.
Okay,
if it's getting weird.
It's just I like that color.
I know, right?
Okay, so these are lip glosses.
Lip glosses, because they're liquid. Anything that's liquid, it carries a lot more bacteria in it, and so you want to get rid of them faster. So lip glosses, unfortunately, ladies, you only have 1 year.
1 year.
Before you got to toss it, get rid of it, move on.
Okay.
Powders, I say, whatever. Doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't.
Good.
It doesn't really matter. In my opinion, there might be people who say get rid of it every 2 to 3 years, but I say as long as you keep the lids closed and you don't have it exposed to the elements, and only you're the only one using it.
Yes.
I say keep it and use it till the end. Use it for years. I have eyeshadows for many, 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 many years.
That's great. Okay. Yeah.